Let's get started with Ben Bolch from the LA Times.
Morning, Dorian.
Good morning.
Hey, it's no secret that you came back when you did your video. You mentioned this game in particular. How pumped and excited are you for what could be your last go round against USC?
Yeah, exactly. Fortunate enough to play against them all 3 years of being here thus far, and so this will be a fourth. And pretty familiar with the guys on that team and stuff like that. So it's going to be a good matchup for sure, and I'm definitely excited. So
I know you guys like to say every game's the same, want to go 1-0, but is there a little more juice? I mean, this could be it for you against SC.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody wants to play against their rival. Everybody wants to beat their rival and have those bragging rights. So I think there's a little bit more passion, a little bit more juice, a little bit more energy out here on the field today, especially on Monday. So.
Thank you.
Yep.
Let's go to Joe Reedy from the AP.
Hey, Dorian, just in terms of the offense this season, what did you know about Zach going into spring ball and kind of how has he fit in and how has he developed throughout the season?
Yeah, Zach was great at Michigan and was really productive over there. And so I knew a little bit about him and kind of what he would bring to the table. Obviously talking with Shay that played with him at Oaks Christian and stuff like that. So I knew a little bit about Zach, but definitely didn't know the abilities and stuff that he's shown off this year for sure. So he definitely shocked me, and I couldn't be more proud of him.
And then just looking at this USC defense, what do you see?
A lot of talented players. They think that their players are better than yours in terms of offense, defense standpoint, and rightfully so. So we got definitely a good challenge in front of us, and we're gonna have to be assignment sound, or they're gonna make some big plays. So.
Okay, thanks.
Yep.
All right, Sam Connon from SI.
Hey, Dorian, how's it going?
What's going on? It's going good.
Good thing. So you talk about knowing guys on USC and coming into this big rivalry game, want to win it for bragging rights. Do you talk to those guys during the week, during the lead up, and when you maybe talk with those guys, is it like as serious and as heated as it is on the field, or is it mostly just a football rivalry, but you're still close and friendly with those guys?
Yeah, no. I'd say in season, you really don't talk to, people from opposing teams as much because you really don't have time with the different schedules and everything. But, I'll probably say what's up to those guys or be talking crap during the game and talk to them afterwards. But, all week I'm focused on my team and getting prepared for Saturday. So.
And then getting a win against USC when you're the starter, because you were there freshman year but didn't play too much, would that mean a little bit more, you think, that being the starter in this game and maybe going to the Coliseum, beating them there, could this mean a little bit more to you than that one?
Definitely. Like I said, it's my fourth year being here. It's going to be my fourth time playing SC. I haven't had too much success in terms of winning in the past 3 years that I've been here. So definitely want to take this last one home. And, we already got the bowl one. So we definitely want to beat the rival and keep this thing rolling. So.
All right, thanks.
Yep.
All right, let's go back to Joe.
Hey, Dorian, Chip mentioned after the game Saturday, there wasn't much discussion from him in the locker room about the team being bowl eligible and that he would mention it to you guys in the meeting yesterday or today. Just what did he say about it and kind of what was the message from him about the last two games?
To just be greedy. You get the bowl game now, and now you got your 6-1. Well, now let's go get 7. Let's go beat SC and go beat Cal and go get 8 and then see what we end up with the bowl game and go win that too. So just about being greedy and trying to get as many wins as possible and really taking advantage of all the opportunities that we get. So.
Have any of you guys kind of looked to see the bowl projections on where you might be heading?
Yeah, a couple guys have. A couple guys have mentioned it today, but like I said, I haven't really paid too much attention to it. Just trying to come out here and have a great Monday so we can go and win on Saturday. So,
just for you, just as a last thing, I know a couple of the projections have said the Vegas Bowl. What would it mean for you to maybe go back there and play?
Yeah, exactly. We were supposed to be in a little bit different situation and be planning for the Pac-12 championship to be played down there. But, Vegas Bowl will be the next best thing. And, if that's where we get to go and I get to go back home for my 4th year and have a little home reunion, that'd be awesome. And get to see all my friends and family and get them to come out to the game and support me and stuff like that. So that would mean the world to me for sure.
Okay, thanks.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's finish up here with Tracy Pearson from Bruin Report.
Hey, Dorian. What makes that the experience of playing at USC, just the unique experience of driving over there and playing in the Coliseum and with the crowd being, half and half or blue and red? What makes that a unique experience compared to other road games?
Yeah, like I said, it's just like another home game. Being here in LA and have all your fans and friends and all that stuff here in LA, be able to just drive down to the game instead of having taken a flight and stuff like that. So it ends up turning out to a really cool atmosphere. Definitely fun for the players. It gets the juices going, and these games are the ones that are always sold out most of the time. So we definitely can't wait to go out there and play in front of our fans and get to play in the Coliseum too. So,
do you think the team is as comfortable in the Coliseum as it is necessarily in the Rose Bowl?
Definitely, especially with all the fans that we have travel out and getting to see all the blue that's in the stands. It feels like a home game still. So.
Okay, good deal. Thanks.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll let Dorian get off to class. Dorian, thank you for your time.
Yep, thank you guys.
We'll have Bill Calvert coming up next. All right, we're now joined by linebacker Bo Calvert. We'll open up to questions for Bo. Let's start with Ben Bolch from the LA Times.
Hey, Bo, how are you?
Good. How you doing, Ben?
Good. Hey, have you decided, is this your last SC game? Are you coming back? Have you made a decision on your future eligibility?
Yeah, I still have one more year of eligibility. Obviously, got to think that through with the family and figure out what we're going to do and talk to coaches and everything. But they have some great opportunities here at UCLA that, I'm sure you guys have heard about from postgraduate opportunities here. So we'll see. Like I said, still got a couple games left in the season, but obviously that's coming up. And we'll see what's going to happen. But, most likely I'll be coming back for another year. Been applying, and we'll see where that takes us.
That sounds good. Being a Southern California guy, how much does it hurt to have lost this the last 2 years? And I noticed the other night, like literally the second the game was over, there was a video on the board about bringing the bell back. How much do you guys want to do that? And how much would it mean to go across town, bring the bell back?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, every year you want to have a good rival game. You want to win that game. You want to bring the bell back, keep that in the facility here, paint it blue. So we're looking forward to that. I think it's always fun, whether you have a home game or away game. You're in LA either way. So get a lot of fans to the game, a lot of family and friends, end up going to the game. Hopefully they'll pack a bunch of people in there in the Coliseum. It's always fun playing there too. Like I said, it's just another home crowd for you. Obviously from years in, year out, they'll have the majority will be one way or the other, Bruins or Trojan fans in the stands. But like I said, either way, it's a game that's really energetic. People are, locked in, at least in the beginning of most games, and guys are fighting to make plays. Those are things you're going to talk about for the rest of your life, right? Having those games, those rival games that you're going into with your buddies that you train with every single day, and you be able to look back and say, and tell your kids, hey, when I played SC, I did this, and that. Just like any other game, but this one obviously means a little more. Just because you're playing those guys across the street. A lot of those guys you played with them in high school. A lot of them you played against them and in football or grew up with them and have close relationships with. So obviously we're looking to take it to them and excited to get out there.
One more quick follow-up. Which of those guys do you know over there? I'm sure you probably know maybe half the roster, but which guys do you know the best? And are you in touch with them during rivalry week with any smack talk?
Yeah, I know a good number of the guys over there. When I was committed to SC, my sophomore year of high school, I guess that all their fifth year guys were there when I was kind of going to the games, because they were committed. Obviously, they were a class above me, so they had a lot more commits in their class. So I'd say probably a lot of their fifth year guys I know, majority on the defense and some offensive guys as well. But yeah, I know a bunch of those guys. It would kind of be dumb to start nailing them off, but like I said, excited to get out there. And it's kind of funny when you play those guys, because you look out and usually when you're playing teams in the Pac-12, you might know one or two guys personally on the offense or vice versa on special teams or something like that. And, you'll be able to go out there and you might see them, obviously like last week, Matt Lynch was on Colorado, and then I knew Canyon Ray was at Sierra Canyon. And then Kalen Moore was the freshman cornerback at Colorado. Like I said, you maybe see, one guy on the field, but, when you're playing SC, you look across and you see all these different guys you recognize and you've played in years prior and whatnot. And, and it's kind of funny. It's almost like playing, a little bit of backyard football.
All right, let's go to Tony Siracusa from Last Word.
Hey, Bo, how you doing today?
Good. How you doing?
Good, thanks. So is there some trash talking going on, or do you guys just focus on the game itself? Or you're sitting in your apartment in your dorm room, you got your phone, maybe fire off a quick little text to somebody on the other side?
I don't know if there's any direct communication, but there's definitely a lot of tension and maybe some obviously the rivalry is intense. It's one of the biggest rivalries in college football and in sports, one of the most historic and longest lasting ones, and it's in a major city, which is LA. So you have all the media and major news outlets that are going to be covering it. So the guys kind of understand that. As far as trash talking, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that's going around Twitter. I try to stay off that stuff and that's going on, in social media and different online, chats and whatnot. But for the most part, we'll leave that on the field. There's a lot more things I can say on the field than I can say in social media and I can say online. And I'm sure they're going to say a lot more things that we wouldn't repeat here, but we'll leave that one out on the field.
Now, SC's using two quarterbacks. Does that make it a lot more work for you guys to watch the game film and watch Jackson Dart and watch Keaton Slovis? Is it more work for you?
Yeah, I mean, we faced, teams in the past that had multiple quarterbacks where we weren't sure, which one was going to come out. And I think the thing you try and do with that is just sort of, look at the generalities of their offense, look at, obviously tendencies for the most part, and who's staying out there. Because the quarterbacks obviously is the biggest guy in an offense. For the most part, he's going to run the show. But there's all sorts of other tendencies and keys you can read on teams, that are going to run. Obviously, they're going to run the same offense. The guy's just different who's in there. So if he can run, maybe one guy's a passing quarterback, that changes it a little bit. But for the most part, obviously, the run game's going to stay the same. The more their blocking schemes are going to be similar, but they might try and do, different types of quarterback runs or whatnot, depending on if it's a mobile quarterback. But like I said, that's something you kind of, you plan for, you get ahead. And if it happens in the game, we're prepared for both. And, we'll see what happens when they get out there.
All right, great. Thanks for your time, Bo.
Thanks.
Let's go to Joe Reedy from AP.
Bo, how strange was that game at the Rose Bowl last year, just with no fans and everything?
Yeah, I don't know if you could pick it up online on TV, but like I said, the trash talking usually that goes on in the field, nobody can really hear that. But that was the one thing that was kind of funny about playing it last year, is that you can hear everything that's going on. Obviously that was the same in all the games because there's no fans there, but SC a little more because, guys are chirping and a little more verbal. But the energy was it was still there, because, you're playing against, the little boys across the street, but there's no fans in there cheering you on. So that was kind of interesting to do that, but I'm super excited to get out there this year and, and be able to have some fans in the stands and, go into their territory and, take the bell back from them.
What has made Slovis just a matchup problem for you guys the last two meetings against them?
I wouldn't single out a single player or whatnot, saying that, that they're, necessarily a problem for us. But I think last year they had some really good receivers, who were making plays. And, obviously when you can pitch and catch and when you have some good receivers who can get open like that, then you're going to make some plays here and there and, things are going to happen. I think we did a pretty good job for the most part of them. It was a pretty close game. There were some 50-50 balls that were up there that they might have won that we didn't get. So that, that's how it ended up turning up at the end of the day. But like I said, I mean, we can sit here and pick apart every single little thing like that. But at the end of the day, we just got to play our game, play strong. And, I think we can do that with these guys we have here. We got a real veteran group. Obviously SC is they're up and down throughout this season, and we're looking to kind of put the final dagger in them this week.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks.
Let's go back to Ben.
Good metaphor there with the dagger and the Trojans. But I wanted to ask, you've had this twice now where you have a teammate who actually came from SC. You had Caleb Wilson. Now you've got Jay Toya. Have you talked to him? How pumped is he to go against his old team?
Yeah, obviously, Jay's an LA kid, Southern California, like myself and a lot of the guys here. Jay was only there for a short time, so I'm sure, the time he did have there obviously wasn't good for him. That's why I came over here. Yeah, I think he's just like any other guy here. We want to win him just as much as Jay and all the rest of the guys here. Like I said, a lot of guys here are Southern California kids, grew up in the area, and probably honestly both the guys on this team and guys at SC probably went to both UCLA and USC recruiting games, in high school. So for the most part, guys chose to go one school or the other, but if they really get down to it, they tell you the truth. They probably went to both games and they're probably checking out both schools. But in the end, they try to spill their story to, whatever it is. But, regardless, we've made our choices, and now, you kind of drawn your line in the sand, and you're ready to take down those guys. So, like I said, it's all love at the end of the game, but, during the middle of the game, it's going to be a battle out there.
All right, Joe, did you have another one?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Let's finish up here with Tracy from Bruner Park.
Hey, Bo, do you have some extra motivation in this game because you were verbally committed to USC when you were in high school?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say that. I mean, I don't know if there's any extra that you need as far as playing SC. You want to beat those guys regardless if you're a Bruin. So, maybe I might put that in the back of my back pocket. But at the end of the day, I'm pretty pumped, just by the fact that we're playing them and that it's the next game up. Obviously we have a lot of opportunities moving forward in these next couple of games, stack some wins each week and be able to put ourselves in a position to play a good bowl game. And these are the guys who are in front of us this week. And, that's who we're going to take down just because that's the week we have in front of us. But like I said, we got to come out with a win this week, just like we do every single week. But there's going to be some more fans in the stands and some more familiar faces. But that's probably the only thing that's going to change. Regardless, we got to get a win either way.
Good deal. Thanks, Bo.
Thanks.
All right, we'll wrap it up there. Bo, thank you for your time.
Guys.